Merci de m'avoir écouté. Abonnez-vous à sa chaîne. Et bisous, bisous.
Bisous, bisous.
My name is Fondop Sephora. I am a Cameroonian living in Ghana. I'm coming from Yaoundé. Yeah, je viens de Yaoundé au Cameroun. Je suis camerounaise. And I've been in Ghana, I would say since 2013, even though I'm in and out. But I schooled here and I'm now working as a pharmacist in the north of Ghana. That is kind of a semi-urban area. And aside that, I'm a content creator in travel, lifestyle, entertainment, and real estate. Yes. So what's the difference about being a French girl living in Ghana? Honestly, for me, like aside from Ghana, I've gone to other African countries, and because I'm perfectly bilingual, they might not really identify that I'm French. But I would say, honestly, I'll just say there's not much difference from each country. Like whether I go to a French country, I easily fit in as a French girl. When I come to Ghana, sometimes they even mistake me from a Nigerian girl. So I would say, I actually feel at home, very well at home. Sometimes I even forget that I'm from, let me say, bilingual in a French country. Yeah. The difference of being a French girl and being around in an English country. I would say at the beginning, it might be a little bit accent barrier. I won't say language barrier because I did the English system, but accent barrier. Because, for example, they will call a cap a cape, and then a boss a buzz. Like sometimes I would say the beginning was the accent, but aside that, with time, after adjusting perfectly, I kind of understand. And sometimes when I'm talking to the Ghanaian, I just adjust my accent so that we can both communicate and understand ourselves.
Okay. Did you have to learn English before you came over, or you learned English here?
No, like Cameroon is bilingual, so I did English education. Like I'm from the French part of Cameroon, but I did English in nursery, primary, secondary, and university. So I didn't have to learn English. The only thing was that when I came here, my English was you could feel I'm French. I could speak very good English though, but my accent was very, very French. It's not like now that after I've stayed in Ghana, my English has kind of been, I would say, a little bit good, that people actually think I'm from an English country. Yeah.
Okay. What was life in school in Kenya University in Kumasi as a French girl?
I would say interesting, fun, because we are all around international students and many people from different countries. So it was, I would say, they would say exotic. Like it was fun, and people will want to know more about you because people have this perception that French girls are fun and other stuff, which they might or wild. But I would say we are fun, but we are not that wild like they think we are. Yes, but it was fun.
Okay. Have you had any also perception about Ghanaian guys?
No, I think they are cool. Actually, very, very cool. Just that they're a little bit laid back. They don't put a lot of energy in nothing, but they are very good at treating. They treat women absolutely well.
Okay. Oh, can you explain what do you mean by laid back and they don't put energy in things? Can you explain that?
Like for a French guy who they'll be proactive in things. Like you want this, I'm taking it. Like I don't know how to say. They are. Let me say use the word proactive. I'm trying to find an example. But a Ghanaian guy, he doesn't force things. He'll text you. You guys can be in the talking stage for A French guy, you guys can be in talking stage for no more than 2 weeks. Then he'll ask you out. A Ghanaian guy, you can be in talking stage for long though, but he'll treat you very well. Very well when he'll ask you out. But they are very perfect gentlemen. Yeah.
So what do you mean by 2 months they not ask you out? Is it that he's interested or he's not interested, or why do you think he's stalling?
I think they are calculative. I think they are very precocious. I don't think it's a bad thing. A French person will say, let me risk it all and see where it goes. A Ghanaian guy will say, let me observe, so that when I decide, I'm actually in for serious business. That's how I see things anyway. And then if they don't want to put the title to it, they will let you know. Like you guys will be flinging, but when they are in for it, they'll kind of observe for a while. So they'll get to know you. That's what I say, like, you guys will actually have conversations, pure conversation, get to know you, and then pamper you, so that you kind of gauge, like, so that it's not like he will come and tell you, let's date, and it doesn't mean they don't cheat, but I can see they are more cautious in making a decision on who to date, but while cutting you, they take you very well. That's what I would say.
Okay, let me ask you a difficult question. So who do you prefer, a French guy or an English guy, Kenyan guy?
It's not that difficult. I feel like I like the cocktail of both. I feel, honestly, I like the French guy, knowing that I'm doing this right now, and then I'm kicking, like, let's do this, let's risk it. Then I will also like that side to the French guy. Today, I also like that side to enter the Kenyan guy. And then I also like the French guy to kind of also sometimes be cautious, instead of maybe engaging in maybe date this guy, date this girl, break up, date this girl, break up. Also kind of take your time, get to know the person really. You don't have to rush into a relationship. That's just hard. So I feel like I would like a cocktail of both. Yeah.
So who are you likely to settle down with if it were to choose between the two, like, an English guy or a French guy?
What am I likely to settle down? I would say a French guy at the end. Because I feel like the Ghanaian guy, even though I like, in fact, it's really common, but I would say a French guy. Maybe because of cultural differences, just cultural differences. Maybe because of, I actually believe as Africans is a little bit, it takes a lot of work for two people from two African countries to be together than from somebody from UK, London, and be with an African, because that one, I wouldn't say they don't have a culture, but they can easily accept the other people's tribe, So I would just say because of cultural differences, but whatever happens, let's go see happen. But I actually love it. I really don't have any, like, so I just feel like if you're the French guy, know that you're the French guy. If you're the Ghanaian guy, know that you're a Ghanaian guy, and don't be offended. Just know how to roll. That's how I see things.
Okay, all right. So do you miss home? Would you love to settle in Ghana? Like, if you had the opportunity, probably than the English guy.
Why this question? Yeah, I miss home, obviously. I miss home. I actually miss home. I miss home a lot.
What do you miss about home?
I miss food. I miss mommy. I also meet my people. Like obviously, I won't say I'm not against settling with a Ghanaian guy, but I just feel like home is home. But anything can happen. I guess love can transcend barriers and conquer it all, But I definitely miss home, and honestly, I don't have a preference. That's for me. I can settle with a Chinese, somebody from the UK, somebody from Ghana, somebody from Kenya. I just feel like when I just find my person I click, then I roll with the person. Yeah. Then later now, the other part we have to work it out, like, because the cultural differences. But just that I'm very aware that if we are two Africans, like I'm Cameroonian and he's Nigerian, cultural clash. Not even us, but like traditional stuff to be done and a lot of things. Traditional, like for example, I think here in Ghana there are some tribes that say these things. I think, is it inheritance or it's patrilineal? Maybe I'm just giving you an example. Imagine that from a time in Cameroon where they say the thing is patrilineal. I don't know inheritance or I don't know how I'm forgetting the vocabulary for it. And you're coming to Ghana where they say it's matrilineal. Imagine you give birth to a child. The child now doesn't know where to go. So it's just like those small things I'm talking about. That's what I mean, cultural barrier. Like, because you are well aware that when you are African, the truth, as much as we are modernized and stuff, when you are African, no matter how you go around, culture is culture. And then you guys might not have issues, but the issues from the families might be like, issue from the cultural differences might be a lot, So, but I just believe, but if you find your person, because people still go through that and then their love becomes stronger. If you find your person and then you guys are willing to compromise for each other, fight to make sure that this is the one I want, then that would be good. I'm happy for you. Yeah. So that's how I see things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you surprised when you got to Ghana and you were surprised the fact that people do not know how to speak French, knowing that Togo and Benin is next door?
No, not really at all. Because even in my country, Cameroon, that is bilingual. Some places, some places are purely English, some places are purely French, and some places they don't really speak both language. So I was not shocked. What I was just shocked is the amount of people that speak their local language. Like, because where I'm coming from, there are like 256 or 250 local languages. So it's difficult to hear, like, except if you are from the tribe or maybe from the area, but it'd be difficult to kind of like know, like here they have one language that unified them, mostly three. So that was what was the shocking thing, but not the French at all.
Not the French
at all.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Okay, so you've been around since 2013.
Yeah.
What's the most shocking thing you've seen around that today when you go to bed and you think about it, you go like, what the hell?
You know, I feel like I've been in Ghana, even though I've been in since 2013, I feel like, honestly, I feel like I've been here for like 10 years. I don't think I can now see anything shocking me. I feel like anything that used to shock me don't shock me before. So I just feel like now I've actually become a Ghanaian that I don't think anything shocks me. In all honesty, I just feel like anything that happens, I'm just like, oh yeah, it can happen. I'm already in the system, so I don't think anything shocks me. Like I'm so much into the Ghanaian system that I'm not shocked. I'm just like, oh yes, it happens. In fact, I'm telling people that, oh, this is how Ghana is. So calm down. Yeah.
All right. Did they hustle you about speaking that language? Do you know how to speak another language?
Oh, they do a lot. But I kind of speak a little bit of Twi, little bit. But I make them understand that it's not easy. Like when they come to attack me, that oh, you speak English, you don't speak Twi in our country. I'm like, I'm trying, but you know, I'm still advantageous. I speak English, French, my local dialect, and now Twi. So I'm still better than you. But I don't take it personal. Like we throw it like jokes, like jabbing each other. Oh, speak Twi, speak Twi, speak Twi. If you marry Ghanaian, speak Twi, speak Twi. I say yes. I will try small, but you to speak French. Then just jab each other, but nothing serious. Yeah. And because I know I'm in a system, I know how to answer them. Like I just know how to turn some situation into like laughter and that kind of thing. So.
Okay. Let's talk about your YouTube channel briefly, then we'll end this.
Okay.
Okay, so you're on YouTube. You have a YouTube channel. Why the interest in real estate?
Interesting. My things are mostly like adventurous. I started my channel when I was like, I would say down. I started going out or traveling to show people, like to have fun. I took my camera around and it blew. Then after that, I started having friends that are into real estate, and they called me, oh, come help me shoot this and put it on your channel if anybody be interested. And then I started doing it, and people were also interested. I actually liked it. And then before even while I was doing traveling videos, I used to watch like real estate videos. I'm like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do this. So when my friends just called me, come and shoot this, and I'm like, oh, that's good. It's an opportunity for me to train myself to do it. And I started loving it. And then I'm now into it, and I actually want to specialize in needs very, very, very well because it's a field I love.
Okay. All right, that's nice. Okay, so as we round up the interview, what is your advice to French people out there coming into Ghana, and what's your advice to women out there?
French people coming to Ghana, I would say first of all, learn the language, English at least, relax. I know sometimes it's difficult for French people to integrate, full French people to integrate with the culture. Just understand that they have a different way of doing things. Also, we are more direct, but then they are more laid back and they take their time and they find a polite way to tell you things. It's not. So sometimes you might, if you're a French person, you might interpret it as hypocrisy, but no, they are actually just trying to settle things in a peaceful way. They are not aggressive at all. They are very, very nice people. And then if you want to kind of solve an issue, don't go all out fighting. You know, find also a diplomatic way to solve it. Like use your method to kind of settle issues, and you actually enjoy the place. They will love you, they will accept you, and you'll be very, 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 very happy. And then my advice to young women out there is, I would say, for lack of a better word, shake body. Like, I know it's not easy to be a woman, and sometimes our culture has taught us how to be dependent, how to be independent, or sometimes how to be dependent, depending on which side of the feminist story you see. But I would say find a balance. But the main thing is find a strength in yourself and find something you love doing. Put it out there. Get something, and then get something that will identify, that will create an identity for you, so that in case anything happens anything happens in life, you always have something that you can inspire yourself with, and you never lose yourself. That will help you when you are trying to I'm lacking the English book, but when you are trying to reconnect with yourself and find your true purpose and your true identity, I feel like that's a goal to happiness. It's not always money. Money is important, don't get me wrong, but I feel like when you kind of identify that you are useful to the part of this world, or to something, or to anybody outside from your family or your loved one, it kind of gives you a sense of purpose. It kind of make you feel like you are not just being used, or you are not just, in case you disappear, nobody will need you. So find that, make yourself happy, and then we'll all be fine. And see you one day on the screen, on YouTube, on the website, on blog, achieving something that only you can achieve. Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. All right. So to end the interview, just anything French for us. Anything French?
Merci de m'avoir écouté. Abonnez-vous à sa chaîne. Et bisous, bisous.
Bisous, bisous.